I'm going to call to order the city council meeting for the city of Rainbow City for Monday, April 25th of 2025. And I'm going to ask Gary Cardwell if he'll come up, the chaplain for our police department and first responders, and lead us in an invocation to be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Would you stand?
Well, let's pray. Heavenly Father, as we gather in this hour for this meeting, Lord, I pray that you'll unite our hearts and our minds in a common purpose. We thank you for our city. Thank you for all those that seek to make it better, all the employees and staff, also for those that protect us and enforce the law, for the other first responders that respond to our traumas and our tragedies in our city. Lord, I ask that you grant our council wisdom, that work together effectively and in humility for the values that we all hold dear. Guide the discussion tonight, guide their decisions, that we may honor you and focus on what's right in your eyes. In Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You turn your cell phones to the off or vibrate position, we'd appreciate it. And I'll ask the clerk, Beth Lee, if she'll take a roll call.
Anita Bedwell. Here. Randy Weiss. Here. Jeff Prince. Here. Jamison Jenkins. Here. Clark Hopper. Here. Mayor Taylor.
Here. Number 5 is approve the minutes of the regular meeting of April 14th of 2025, and I'd entertain a motion that we do so. Second. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Any opposed? Number 6 is personnel changes. We're going to hire Ian Hammonds as a certified police officer effective Friday, May 9th of 2025, and to accept the resignation of Bobby Smith from the street department effective Friday, May 2nd of 2025. And I'd entertain a motion that you'll, for these personnel changes together. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Any opposed? Congratulations. You're officially hired. Would you like to come up and say anything, or you feel like you need to? You good? What about your wife? I mean, that's probably the most important conversation we could have.
That's what I told them. It's a team effort.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad to be born in and have this team plugging into Rainbow City PD.
Absolutely. That's good. What about you, Chief? Good go? Okay, we got it well. We're excited about having you in. You know, the Ian comes from a 5th generation. Is that, are you 5th generation law enforcement? I know at least 4. Yeah. Yeah. Holy smoke. Well, we're thrilled to have you. And we believe that you're, you know, not only we're the safest city in the state of Alabama for 4 years running, but we absolutely know that we have a well-led and well-directed police department, and we want you to be a critical part of that. Thank you. Number 7 is to authorize Tim McKee, the fire chief, to sign the automatic aid of fire suppression agreement between the town of Steele and the city of Rainbow City, and I'd entertain a motion that you authorize him to do so. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Any opposed? Number 8 is ordinance number 604, and it's to sell unneeded real property described as lots 36, 37, and 38 for a total of 22.95 acres in the Lumley Road Research and Industrial Park to RBC A Series LLC of PCD for $68,850. And with that, we would need a motion to introduce the ordinance. So moved. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Any opposed? Need a motion to suspend the rules for immediate consideration.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take a roll call and include me?
Anita Bedwell.
Yes.
Randy Weiss. Yes. Jeff Prince.
Yes.
Jamison Jenkins.
Yes.
Clark Hopper.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take a roll call and include me?
Anita Bedwell.
Yes.
Randy Weiss.
Yes.
Jeff Prince.
Yes.
Jamison Jenkins.
Yes.
Clark Hopper.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes. Number 9, I'll take just a moment to speak on that. This is the property that we're We're entering into an agreement with Pyramid Engineering. They're going to be doing some spec buildings as well as some buildings that are going to be occupied by tenants in just a really nice economic development plan. It's going to be 4 total buildings. I think it's about 40,000 or so square feet of building space, and be bringing in some service organizations as well as the ability to warehouse and do some manufacturing along the way. So we're excited about that, and just appreciate them coming to us and putting their trust in Rainbow City for their next building venture. Our next number 9 is ordinance number 605. And that's the open burning regulation and permitting. And I would need a motion to introduce the ordinance.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Need a motion to suspend the rules for immediate consideration.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, we take a roll call, include me.
Anita Bedwell.
Yes.
Randy Vice.
Yes.
Jeff Prince.
Yes.
Jamison Jenkins.
Yes.
Clark Hopper.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes. Would need a motion to adopt.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Those in favor, we need another roll call. And we'll
Anita
include me.
Bedwell.
Yes.
Randy Vice.
Yes.
Jeff Prince.
Yes.
Jamison Jenkins.
Yes.
Clark Hopper.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes. Number 10 is to surplus some library equipment. It'll be open seal bids on Monday, May 12th, 2025 at 4:30 p.m. And it's the items shown below, and those will be on our website. And I would entertain a motion that you allow us to go ahead and surplus those things out of library.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Number 11 is a donation request from the Etowah Community Heritage Festival to be held Saturday, June 14th, 2025 at the amphitheater, beginning at 4:00 p.m. And what would be the pleasure of the council?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to recommend that we donate $1,200 toward the festival and to cooperate with this, I think, an excellent event for the community.
There's a motion. Is there a second? Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Number 12 is council members' reports and comments. Before we do that, I'm gonna let Kenneth. Kenneth, you want to come up and talk to us just about what's gone on with we need to talk about Pancake Day. We need to talk about the cleanup day. So we're just gonna give you a microphone and turn you loose, and we'll slow you down when it gets to a point where we've had enough. Have y'all already talked about Pancake Day? I missed out, so.
Roughly, but we hadn't talked. We had, neither, yeah.
Yeah.
Pancake Day was a good, we served 550 people from 6 o'clock to 11 on Pancake Day. So that was one of our great days. And you know, we ain't got a whole lot of members, but we have a lot of volunteers, Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the Leos. All these groups really helps out. All y'all come out, and there's a lot of pancakes cooked, and some people cooked for an hour before anybody else got here, didn't they?
That's right. And then Prince showed up.
But they can't catch up at that point.
And not any chance.
But anyway, we appreciate that. Our cleanup day was this past Saturday, and we had a great day on that. We picked up about 200 bags. But look, it's about half of what we have picked up in the years past. I remember, just like Highway 411, well, I can remember this. One year we picked up 411 bags. So this time we probably picked up 2. And thanking Etowah County, Tim Helm, his guys, if it wasn't for them, we would be in big trouble around here now, I'm just telling you. Because he'll call me when he's got just a couple hours or half a day. So we got a good relationship with the county on that. But anyway, had a great day and a good turnout, and it was a lot of fun and a lot of little politicking going on, and I ain't even running for nothing.
That's right. We appreciate you, Kenneth. No, I do want to thank the Sheriff's Department, Tim Helms, and Sheriff Horton just for providing us with that cleanup crew. That they do incredible work, and, you know, and their ability to keep our roadways, especially our major arterial roadways, clean is just, it's just so good for our city. It's good for economic development. It's one of the first things that's noticed by someone that decides they're gonna come and do business in your city is how clean your city is. And, knowing that we're going from 400 bags on average down to around the 200, we cut it in half. That lets us know that our education's working, that our kids are growing up to not be litter bugs. You know, we like to blame a lot of things on our young people, but one thing that I can say, most young people don't litter because they've been taught in elementary school and all the way up through high school not to do so. And I appreciate our education system. And with that, which is a great segue, I'd like to bring Dr. Cosby, he's the superintendent of Etowah County Board of Education, up and just take a moment. We appreciate you being here, Dr. Cosby. Our school system is one of our biggest selling points for economic development in this city, and we're very, very proud to always call Etowah County Board of Education our system.
Well, thank you, Mayor, and I appreciate you putting me on the agenda, and it's always good to be here with a great council, and we appreciate the partnerships that we've had over many years with Rainbow City and look forward to many more to come. I'm here today, and I'm going to apologize, first of all, for why I'm here, because I'm going to talk about a four-letter word, and it's called tax, okay? So think about that just a second. But every 20 years in Etowah County, we have to renew our school taxes. And so the last time we voted on this in the county was in February of 2005, so the time is now due. Actually, our 9-mil property tax for schools expires in September the 30th of 2026. We're about a year and a half out on that. So we want to do it early, and so the last time we voted on it, as I said, was in February of 05. We actually have a total of 15 mills of property tax for schools here in Etowah County in our system, which is, you look around the state and around the nation, that's some of the lowest rates on property tax you'll find anywhere. And again, we're not asking for an increase. We're asking just to keep what we have. As far as Etowah County schools go, the 9-mil portion of that brings in to us about $6.9 million a year, so it's a significant portion. This sheet here just sort of shows many of the things we spend that on. It's general fund monies that we can do a lot of things with. And again, without that, it would change a lot of things. I mentioned we had a total of 15 mills, and this is 9 that must be voted on every 20 years. There's another 6 mills that was actually made permanent December the 15th of 1969, and it's a state portion of that comes back to us. But this rate here on the 9 mills, as far as we can tell, it's been the same rate in Etowah County since 1946, so going back 80 years. Now, I know the valuations have went up. Everybody got hit a couple years ago on valuations. The legislature's now capped that at 7%. So this rate will not change. It's just, we just want to keep what we have, and so that's all we're asking the public to do. We've started a social media campaign last week. We're asking our schools to mention it at the end of the year programs and that type of thing, because we just want to keep what we have. The vote is actually 3 weeks from tomorrow, May the 20th, and so we just ask everybody to come out in the polls. Vote yes is what we ask for, and you know, obviously, would love the support of the council on that, because this is integral to what we do in the Etowah County schools. And again, I apologize. Tax is a 4-letter word. Nobody likes it. I don't like it. But I think when you look around the state and look around the nation, our tax rates here on property tax is very, very low. And I think the people of Etowah County get a very good return on their investment educationally for the amount that's put in. So I'd appreciate the support of the council and the citizens on that as we move forward.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Has anybody got any questions from the council? We appreciate Dr. Cosby. We spoke about this just the other day, and you know, and I believe that it's an imperative for this council to fall in lockstep with our school system and be a part of asking for this to be extended. It's a big part, and if we weren't getting the most bang for our buck, I promise you that this council would be standing here, you know, to reference a better idea. But I promise you, I don't think that there's one out there. We appreciate what you do, and you know, I'll tell you that as often as I possibly can. But we absolutely couldn't do this without you, because
Rainbow
you're
City is
the
a
one.
great partner, and I consider all of you, not only colleagues but friends, and we're all working together for the betterment of not just Rainbow City but our entire county. And talk about economic development, that's what we're all about, just trying to make everything a little bit better place to live. And Rainbow City is a great place to live, and I've lived here all my life, so I'm a little partial.
There you go.
So
Thank you,
y'all.
Dr. Cosby. We appreciate it. We'll move on. Is there any other public comments? Anybody else that would like to speak? Don't hear any, don't see any. We'll move on to council member reports and comments, and we'll start with Mr. Hopper.
All right. Well, Ian, I remember when you was born, so I'm proud that you're here. You know, I act police with your granddaddy and your daddy and your uncle, and it's been a many a day when I pounded the beat in West Gaston with your granddaddy, old Durwood, talking about the old days. So I'm excited about you being here, as I am anybody from Gaston, because Gaston PD is about the only thing up there I like. And other than that, the school tax, yes, that's absolutely necessary, Dr. Cosby. And you said it's not increased since what, 1946? Or no, is that right?
Well, the rate is not built at night. As far as we tell, it's not.
See, I mean, you can't beat that. That's almost a Happy Meal. You know what I'm saying? Our kids need the money. We actually should probably invest more money than what we are. But it's like you said, taxes are a four-letter word, and you bring up taxes, everybody loses their mind. But then they won't understand why teachers ain't doing their job. Well, if they ain't doing their job, probably because they ain't got the money. Or why we got to come out of our pockets more as a family or grandparent or whatever to buy more supplies, because we don't have, the school system doesn't have the money anymore. So $9 million, I think, is a cheap rate, and I'm gonna vote yes. With that, I'm ending.
Mr. Jenkins.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to start by saying congratulations to Ian. Very glad to have you here at Rainbow City. I have no doubt that you made a great decision for yourself and for your family. I also want to mention what Mayor Taylor already said about our partnership with the Sheriff's Office. Tim Helms and our inmate work crew do a phenomenal job. They spend 12 months a year cleaning up roads in Etowah County. In the middle of summer and blistering heat, freezing cold in the rain, those guys are out there working, and we really appreciate what they do for our county. On the school tax, I think Dr. Cosby said it great. We're getting a phenomenal return on our investment. I had the privilege of spending almost 5 full years as an SRO here in Etowah County, and because of that, I had an opportunity to go to school resource officer trainings all over Alabama and all over the United States. And I can tell you, talking to people who work in school systems here in our state and around this country, that we are very, very, very fortunate to have Etowah County Schools as our school system here in Rainbow City, and we do get a great return on our investment, and I look forward to continuing to be a great partner with our school system. That's all I have, Mayor.
Ms. Bedwell.
Thank you. It's always good to see you, Dr. Cosby, and yes, we're just very proud to be able to support that and know that it will just go right through as it has before. That is our greatest investment, is our children. And Ian, it was nice to meet you. Glad you're here. We look forward to a lot of good things for, we are all very partial to Rainbow City, as Dr. Cosby said, and we think this is an awesome place to be. I was just looking through our agenda before we got here today, and one of the things that really jumps out at me is that, which was, let's see, number 7, which was an aid agreement to the city to the town of Steele for fire. And I just was thinking about how fortunate we are in Rainbow City as to be able to help the town of Steele in a fire situation if they need it. But there are other areas that help us as well. So, we really do live in a great place. And Rainbow City is so fortunate to have equipment, firemen, administration that always looks forward to moving forward and helping other folks. And I think that's what it's all about in the positions that we all have, plus the positions of our citizens too, is to serve one another. I'm just very excited always about our development, our industrial development. That puts a hand in hand with our children. Not only are we try hard to educate them, but we also want to try hard to provide them a place to work and make a living so they can stay here with us and have a good quality of life and a good thing to do. So I, of course, am very proud of Rainbow City and the things that we are able to provide here. But it's just because we have a great bunch of citizens who always want to help and participate. So really thrilled about that. But thank you for being here.
Mr. Prince.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll start out, congratulations to Ian Hammond.
proud to have you. You are getting into, and we say this every time, but it's the best police department, and not just Etowah County, probably the state, maybe Southeast. Chief, Southeast, good, okay, good. In all seriousness, glad to have you and your family as part of our family now, so congratulations. Dr. Cosby, always good to see you. Your support, that works both ways, and we appreciate what you do and the Board of Education for our schools around here. We're always happy to support any of our schools. And I do appreciate you coming out to inform people, because you're right when you say tax, and Councilman Hopper said it probably best, people lose their minds. Isn't that what you said? Yes, and nobody likes to pay taxes, but we certainly enjoy the privileges of the services that they provide for us. And so thank you for your leadership and for being here tonight. Cleanup Day, thank you to Kenneth Payne for getting that. Thank you for those, I'm gonna call them grabbers for lack of technical term. My back was not near as sore this year as normally would be, because I didn't have to bend over 8,285 times. Chief Yancey used his so hard one time it broke. He was wearing it out, so he did a good job too. I just want to commend him. But we enjoy, that's as much fun as you can have, getting out and running through the ditches, picking up litter. And it is encouraging that the number of bags that we came up with is decreasing. I think the mayor's right. I think the education is trickling down, and you're right. My kids would not dare think to throw something out the window going down the road. And when I was growing up, that was probably not the case. I'm not gonna. I think the statutes run on that, but I'm not gonna implicate myself. But and as far as Pancake Day, it was a great day. I got here at 6 because I thought that's what time we started, and someone was ahead of me with pancakes. But you know, quality and quantity are two different things. And I do want to, and I did commend the mayor. He did a fantastic job of not only cooking, but teaching. And that, in all seriousness, I was being a little bit funny about that. But a couple of those Boy Scouts that really wanted to get in there and help. And for us to take a little time to spend with those kids, man, it meant a lot to those kids. And the mayor taught one of them did really well, because I looked up and he was making Mickey Mouse pancakes and all kinds of stuff. So, but thank you for all that you do too, Kenneth. And last thing I have, tomorrow night, I hope that everyone will consider going out and supporting Southside High School soccer teams. The girls and the boys play tomorrow. The girls at 5:30 and the boys at 7:30. I think this is the 8th year in a row that they've both been in the second round of the state playoffs. And having been a former soccer dad and chased my daughter around all over the Southeast, I thought I'd never say this, but I miss it. So I said it out loud. But I hope everybody will go out and support them. It means a lot to those kids. And that's all I have tonight, Mayor.
Mr. Vice.
Thank you. First and foremost, congratulations again, Officer Hammonds. We're excited to have you, and I'm sure you're excited to be here. We do appreciate it. Kenneth, Cleanup Day was amazing. I really appreciate what you do to make that happen and to keep our city clean. Like we talked about, less bags means less garbage on the road, and that's great. And I appreciate the effort that our people are making in doing that. The farmers market started today, is that correct? Or is it, yes. And so I want to encourage everyone to come out to the farmers market on Mondays, Wednesdays, and now Fridays. A lot of neat stuff there, and it just really is a great community event as well. And I may get the name of this association wrong, so forgive me if you do, but the Etowah County Indian Association had their kite festival at the Sportsplex this last weekend, Easter Sunday. And believe it or not, if you've never been to one of those, and I never had, It was something to see. There was over 1,000 people there total. I think some of the kites are still in the trees out there, but they did a lot of, they don't just fly the kites, they fight the kites, and that was really fascinating to watch the strings cutting each other and everything, and people's hands bleeding. I mean, that's too much information, but it was really a neat event, and every person, when they saw me, was like, Happy Easter, and I was really moved by that, that our community has expanded, and that we're diverse, but at the same time, we share common values, and that is important, those of decency and faith. Again, I can't say enough about what Philip and our group does out there, our law enforcement. And I would be remiss not to talk about at cleanup day getting in the fire station. I'm a little kid when it comes to that. I love to see those fire trucks come in, and you know, it's just like you saw the little kids climbing inside the trucks. I almost said, hey, can I do that? You know, but I didn't. But anyway, it's just amazing. And we've had, I know the mayor was a firefighter, and it's just I love what our first responders do at all levels, and that we really appreciate that. Dr. Cosby, I'm a little biased because I work for the Etowah County school system. 100% support this tax because it provides, as Clark pointed out, we can't do things if we don't have things to do them with, and those taxes enable us to do that. And if you get a chance to talk to your children that go to Etowah County schools, it's an amazing environment, and I've worked at other places, but you see the teamwork that goes into it, and not just with the teachers and the administration and the SROs, and they all play a vital role, but the parents are involved in this system so much, and we really appreciate that. And I know our private schools do a good job as well. But again, thank you for giving me and this entire council the opportunity to serve this great city. Thank you.
Saturday, May 17th, we'll have a kayak launch at Rainbow Landing at 9:30 a.m. That's the Neely Henry Lake Association's putting a kayak launch on our side of the river, which is going to be a pretty exciting thing. They've been working on getting a grant and having that put in to allow people to get out and recreate. We know that we're an outside city, and this is just another thing that we can add to it. Monday and Wednesday, the farmers market will be open from 7 o'clock a.m. till noon. Our farmers market opened today, and it had a really, really good crowd, and a lot of different vendors are now beginning to show up, and I just want to thank Andy Hughes for that. Andy has really gone out of his way to make sure that we're creating a farmers market environment that's including a lot of other things, not just the tomatoes and okra and that kind of thing, but we're finding out that we have a lot of artisan crafts and artisan foods that are being made locally, and we're bringing those into our front parking lot, and we want you to come and be a part of that. We're supporting our own people when we do that, and I can tell you this, having met with the people at the grocery stores and other places around here, they are not threatened in the least bit by us being able to bring a farmer's market into an area so that we can bring community together. It just makes their work better. So I just encourage you to come and be a part of our farmers market. Ian, I've said it before, I'm thrilled to have you here. I think I made a phone call when you first started to go into the profession and ask you if you were ready to come to Rainbow City. It only took you a couple years to figure that out, but I appreciate you so much. Mr. Hopper is actually being, his profile and his words are being shown off in the municipal magazine. You can see that online at alm.com. And it's just, they ask a lot of questions about Rainbow City and about what his involvement is with the National League of Cities as a Board of Directors member. And I just want you to know again, Clark, we appreciate you representing this city and our state at a national level. Cleanup Day was huge. It's a good thing to know that you can go out there and work that hard, and we're working less every year. That's just a great sign of our city beginning to take more and more pride each year in ourself. And I think that's one of those things that we can't take for granted. We have to continue to work at that. And as you're going through, continue to educate the people around you that littering is not good for us, and it's not good for our economic development. And then the last thing that I'll say, and I'll just say it as loud as I possibly can. On May 20th, we have to vote yes. We have to vote yes for our kids, for our schools, and for the opportunity for our city to grow and for our county to grow. Everybody knows that I have a regional mindset when it comes to our county and in this area. And the way that we can continue to further that is to vote yes on May 20th, and I'll appreciate it. And with that, I'd entertain a motion that we adjourn. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here.